Hi folks, at this video we are looking at the Academy's fairly new T-35 kit. I was looking for a T-35 kit and I have seen the reviews and thought that it might be a good project. It's pretty well kit, but I think it has a major drawback, the turret. Look at this one here. Maybe you can see turret texture is, I think, and many people say that it's very overscaled and very rough. I have seen the real vehicle at the museums and at the monuments, and I'm pretty sure that this is not like them. Kit's turret detail, surface detail is very bad, I think. Overscaled, overdone. So I will be looking some techniques to correct this one. The kit has two upper turret parts. This is the Korea version and this is the World War II version. I will make the kit as a World War II vehicle, but I will try the technique at this Korean upper part to show you and practice myself too. Let's start cutting the part from the sprue to try out. Look at this texture. First I will smooth it out and then rescale the texture on the turret. For doing it, I will use Tamiya's papers. This is P1500, and then I will use this Mr.Surfacer 500. You can use 1000 or whatever you like, and a brush that you don't like most. Cut the brush's fins to make it short and hard to implement this Mr.Surfacer to the surface. Checking out the texture, and I will use a fresh one here. Yeah, started to smooth out, but this stage will not be enough, because you have to give some smooth texture on it. We cannot achieve that with only this paper, sandpaper. Let's check it. Yes, it started to smooth out for sure. Not like the old stage. I don't suggest you to use a harsher paper because there are seam lines on sides. You can ruin them with that. Yeah, it will provide a base for the Mr.Surfacer application. It's much smoother, but not like the texture on the real one. It's showing, it's still showing the dot texture of this application. Yeah. This seems okay for starting the implementation of Mr.Surfacer. Okay, before you use the surfacer, shake it well. This is very important because it's a heavy component in a thinner. Okay. I like the smell of it. Be generous about it. Do not leave it very thin. And when it starts to dry on the, soak it again. Let's look at it closely. Do not try to widen the areas. Just push, push, push. Push the surfacer to the area with small dots. So the edge of the brush will enhance the texture, will make the texture. In fact, it's working on smooth surfaces better, but that's why I have treated the surface with paper. You can try without using the paper and directly implement the surfacer, but it may result in an overscale texture again, because the original texture on the plastic is very dot, not seems not integrated to the surface. I mean, the integrity seems ridiculous, like it's painted later on the surface. Does not seem natural, I mean. Okay. I'm working on some spaces, some places again. At the museum I have seen that the texture is stronger on the edges of the cast metal. For example, at these areas it's stronger, and at the edges. I have seen it at the Belgrade Museum. It's smoother on the central areas. It seems that the metal showed more texture on the edge sides of the fabric. I can clearly see that it's much more natural now, because it's integrated to the surface. Not dot by dot figures, but continuous texturing lines. It does not seem a paint on the metal, but the metal itself. But let's wait for it to dry out and check the halves. As you can see now, it's tougher on the edges and much more continuous. Okay, let's wait for it to dry out for the end result. Okay guys, it's been half an hour, it dried out, and let's have a look at the result. This is the original texture. You can see the discrete type texture, dot, and it's nothing near to the real thing. Believe me, I have seen the T-35 variants, 85, in the museums. Real texture is not like this. It's more continuous, more smooth, more pronounced at the edges, but more smooth on the centers. This is like a paint, spray paint, as you may have seen on the walls, decorated paints, and does not seem okay. Now we are looking at the side that we have used our Mr.Surfacer. Yes, this is the side we have implemented our technique. It's white because of that it's harder to see. I am trying to shade it according to the light, but as you can see, the places that we have implemented it in a thick fashion, it is much more smooth, as you see, smoother and continuous, like the real one. Look at this side. Look at this side. Cast metal seems like this, not like this. For example, at the surface, I have implemented thinly. As you can see, it's more like the other side. So it will be better to apply it in a thick fashion or apply it twice, and it will be very good cast texture of T-35 485. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, distribute it, and share it with your friends. See you next time. Bye.